Welcome to another episode of Buy and Sell with Lyndsay and Miguel. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Lyndsay. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the most common mistakes that buyers make and how you can avoid them. So Miguel, why don't you kick us off?
Of course. Mistake number 1, stop assuming you can't purchase without speaking to a lender. Guys, please make sure you're speaking to a lender if you're even considering purchasing. They will let you know whether you can purchase or what you need to do to be able to purchase next year. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of some numbers real quick. So, to rent an apartment in Arlington, Virginia, on average, the low side, $1,800 a month, okay? We're going to multiply $1,800 times 12. How many months are in a year? $21,600 you're paying them in 1 year.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Say you're staying there for 3 years. On average, that's how long you're going to be staying in an apartment. $64,800.
Wow.
That could have gone to you once you sold the home. Stop paying for other people's long-term wealth.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So now you know to get pre-approved. You've spoken with your lender. What's the next mistake you definitely shouldn't do?
Don't limit yourself just to open houses. So the reason why we say that is because, especially right now with the market so crazy and hot, a lot of offer deadlines are being set for after the open house. So you wouldn't know that unless you had an agent helping you and telling you when the offer deadlines are set for. So by going in ahead of time, maybe the house is listed on that Thursday, so you need to be contacting your agent that day that it's listed and asking them to take you into the home. This is just because we've had a couple of experiences where we've submitted offers even when there was a deadline. We've submitted them right away. First day it was on the market, put an expiration date on it for that night, and sellers have accepted it. So it's not always about, waiting till the last minute to see a home. We strongly recommend getting in there as soon as possible because at the end of the day, the sellers can make any decision they want.
Exactly.
This goes hand in hand with don't just use the listing agent when you like a home and you want to put an offer in. So especially when it's a multiple offer situation, listing agents are not going to want to be dual representing you and the sellers. So they've already agreed to represent the seller and they have no obligation to you. So they might even not suggest for the sellers to choose your offer if they were representing you in a multiple offer situation, just because it could be looked upon as conflict of interest.
Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So to recap, I think what Lyndsay is saying is the listing agent is working directly for the seller. No one's representing you. No one's in your corner. So when negotiations happen, no one has your best interest at heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the seller. So it's not beneficial to anybody, even the realtor involved. There's a lot of conflict of interest that can happen, and we can get in trouble.
Yeah, so definitely try to find your own agent. Stick with them the whole time. They'll come with you to open houses if you'd rather see it during an open house. They're going to answer all the questions for you, and they'll just have your best interests at heart. So definitely recommend.
Of course. So another mistake that buyers are making at the moment is not knowing your market. The markets are all very, very different from neighborhood to neighborhood, and especially from houses to townhouses to condos. Right now is a great time to buy a condo, especially in Arlington, Virginia. You're still getting the low interest rates. There's not a ton of competition because a lot of people don't need to be directly in the city or close to the metro for that matter. And there's still a good amount of inventory out there, so you'll be able to get the place you want, at a price you want, at the interest rates you'd like. So
for sure.
Yeah, so another mistake that people are making is not looking past the ugly, right?
Yeah, so we've had so many buyers when you first walk in the home and all they can focus on is the clutter. Try to imagine the home just empty and with whatever paint color you want. Those are all very easy things that can be accomplished. Even knocking down walls, especially in a competitive market. Try to be a little bit creative, like you can open up that kitchen potentially. So sometimes the houses that are a lot more closed off or have a lot of clutter or have terrible photos, you end up not having as much competition. And at the end of the day, once you move in there and you make it your own, it can look absolutely stunning. So
yeah, of course. So see the potential in the place. Don't be let off by all the clutter and the ugly artwork they have laying around.
For sure. All right, so what did we learn today? Don't just assume that you can't buy without speaking to a lender first. You're going to need that pre-approval anyways in order to put an offer on a home. So definitely get pre-approved. First step. Next, don't just go to open houses when looking for the perfect home. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. Find an agent who's in your corner and is going to help you the whole way. Don't try to use the listing agent when submitting an offer. Know the market that you're trying to buy within. Speak to your agent about it. And try to get past people's clutter and try to get creative on how to make the space your own.
Yeah, so you learned what not to do next time you're purchasing a home today. But make sure you do subscribe so you know next time we make one of these very informational videos. As always, guys, don't forget to
Buy and sell with Lyndsay and Miguel.